Are you just jealous? 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 Cause we're the BG boys.
Yeah.
Are you just jealous? Are you just jealous? Are you just jealous?
So freaking jealous.
Are you just jealous? Are you just jealous? Cause we're the BG boys.
Oh yeah! The returns.
Indeed. How's
The
everyone
return. Hope everyone's well.
doing?
I hope we're continuing to be well.
I think so.
General wellness
Yes, wellness for all.
in general terms. But anyway, I'm so happy to be back on this podcast thing, man. Sean got his shift at work switched, so now he's more consistently off at a regular time each day. So now we can hopefully do these a lot more regularly.
Yep, nice set schedules. Very wonderful thing.
Yeah, man, it's nice to not have day shift, night shift, day shift, night shift, mystery shift.
Are you off tomorrow? No, I'm not. Wait, I am. Oh, but now you're not. And then, yeah.
But now you're not. Now you got to work. Now it's overtime. Now you got to do this.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah.
That's good. Yeah, we had a whole summer go by. That was
Yeah, man, you got married. Remember that?
I did. Yeah, that was right in the middle. So yeah, we've been a little busy.
A little busy, but we had a good summer, man. This is actually a great summer. My wife was off from work. She's a teacher, so that worked out for her. She usually does summer school, but she took the summer off, spent time with the kids. We had Sean's wedding, had a freaking blast. He went on his honeymoon. Where'd you go? Hawaii, right?
Yep, Hawaii. Yep.
Tell us about Hawaii real quick.
It was awesome. I did not play a single game actually.
Well, you shouldn't. You're on your honeymoon in Hawaii. Shame on you if you play games.
But even on the plane ride, just it wasn't necessary. There was a lot of fun stuff to do. So.
Oh yeah, man.
Yes, indeed.
All right, so let's kick it off with the topic that I've been wanting to talk about for weeks and weeks and weeks. Like I've been teasing on Instagram, like I've been yakking about on Twitter, is basically how I've converted myself to Nintendo Switchism.
Yeah, man. I definitely saw this coming. I think you were trying to
saw it coming. I didn't see it coming.
Well,
I was ready to sell this thing, dude.
I know, and I kept telling you, don't do it.
I was like, yeah,
You're gonna regret it.
I like Zelda. I like Mario Odyssey. What really got me to play a lot of the Switch was my son really getting into Mario Odyssey. So it became like a pastime between the two of us to do together. And I realized after beating the game several times over how good it is, man.
Yeah.
That game is a freaking masterpiece.
Yeah, and there's a lot to do, like the online stuff, like the whole hiding the balloon, all that kind of wacky, like mini games you get to do.
I think that was DLC, wasn't it, when they added the Luigi mini games to it?
Honestly, it's been a while since it came out. I just remember like going over, like it's just like a new thing to do where like you're done with the game, but now it's like you're trying to like challenge other people to find your stuff.
Yeah.
And like I've seen some really clever things or some like mean things of how people can just like get well beyond the map's limits.
Yeah, I don't know. I didn't really get too involved in the Luigi mini games. I sort of challenged myself to get every freaking moon possible. And coins as well. So like,
yes.
Well, in a sense, because I didn't technically complete every little thing, but I did as much as I could and collected as many stars as I could.
To get those outfits, all the wacky Mario
well,
outfits.
Here's the trick with that. This go around, I didn't do that. I just saved every coin possible to get like the really spectacular outfits that they added to the game, like that suit of armor or whatever.
Yeah, there's a lot
so
of
I
good
picked
ones.
up a few of those, but overall it was just so much fun to just play this game. And I think, strangely enough, I mean, gaming for me all started with the original Mario. I mean, it sounds like cliche, but that's the reality.
True.
You know, one holiday season I got in the 80s, I got, the original NES. And
with the old Duck Hunt and
with
Mario.
two, with the light gun and all that.
Gun.
Blaster.
I'm gonna shoot
as we say in my house, the blasters.
Shoot this dog that's laughed at me.
Oh, that damn dog. But either way, my point is that this Mario Odyssey game, I think, is my favorite Mario game ever, dude.
I mean, I can understand.
I think it
did a
is.
really good job. Very cool. Very cool mechanics with the whole possessing the enemies with the hat or the cap, whatever.
You know how long it took me to figure out that you have to throw a freaking cap? You know how many times I died in that first pyramid where you have to throw the cap onto the... What are they? Not bub bombs. What are the rocket ones?
Oh,
I'm blanking
now.
Yes,
I know what you're talking about.
Either way, the rockets. Yeah, so it took me a while, but now I'm freaking master, man. Mario Master. But anyway, yeah, that's just the tip of the iceberg in terms of this Nintendo Switch thing, man.
Right, because that's like one of the flagship games that came out. Besides,
I mean,
Zelda,
it
so,
was.
You know,
it was.
To still have the love for it just shows the estimate of it going through. So
that was one of the few games I played when it first started, and I was still like, do I need this Switch thing so bad? There's no games that I really am in love with. And over the past 2 years, the library has expanded in leaps and bounds.
Absolutely.
No, I just want everything for the Switch because now I want it portable.
Yeah, I mean, it's funny. They had that the Nintendo Direct for April Fool's Day where he like hinted, like they kept like announcing all these like crazy titles, and you were like getting excited. It was like every Zelda re-released.
Yeah,
and then it ended up being like a joke because they were like Halo and all these things. But like, it's kind of funny that's almost kind of how it's
Halo
going
at
this point. Like, I mean, some of them obviously no, but like we're getting like The Witcher 3 full expansion.
And I heard
it's
sick.
I mean, I've been playing on the PlayStation for a while. Like, I stopped actually on our. I've been doing a Let's Play, although it's been like a silent Let's Play, so I probably should get on the camera for that.
Yeah.
But there's just so much game, and like I feel bad talking over the dialogue because it's just like all these like it's just a great monster hunting type of game with like you're not like a silent protagonist. Like Geralt of Rivia is the guy, and it's so great to like listen to all the dialogue.
With Witcher 3, for some reason I missed the boat on this thing. Like I bought it for PS4, the complete edition, whatever, got a great deal on it.
Yeah,
and it's been sitting on my shelf. I put maybe 4 or 5 hours into it.
Yeah, you got to.
And I feel like I just can't get into it yet. But now that it's coming out for the Switch, I might actually do it because I do most of my gaming in bed at night with my Switch Lite. I told you I picked that up, right?
Oh no, that's right. How
I picked up the yellow Switch Lite.
Was that what was available, or did you want the yellow?
I wanted the yellow.
Okay.
I don't know why. I was just pulled towards the yellowness.
No, they're all nice looking. They had like a ice blue, right? Was the one?
Yeah, it was like a aquamarine color. That one looks good too.
Yeah.
And then the gray for people who are just like, I want to look regular.
Yeah.
I want to look regular. So yeah, Team Yellow. So I picked that up and just feeling it in your hands, man. Like it's more narrow. The screen is slightly smaller than the Switch that you know.
Okay.
But what I do like about it is that it's all one piece. And for some reason with the original Switch, when I'm playing handheld mode, I always pop the Joy-Cons off the sides. I don't know if that happens to other people.
Sometimes.
But I just...
You mean like you don't mean to, or...
Yeah, like I don't mean to. Like I just... It pops and then I gotta reconnect it. And I don't know. It's just... I guess they get loose over time, maybe because my kid plays with it too much and it's freaking destroyed, maybe. But I seem to pop those things. But just having a stable Switch where I could put a little more pressure on the buttons, as I like to do.
Like you feel like it's gonna like bend a little in your hand, the original one. So
yeah,
you got to be a little careful because it is meant, I guess, to pull them out in the first. I usually just play it in handheld mode myself. I think I have it. I actually bought an extra dock when it first came out.
Right.
And I think I've docked it like besides like my first like 2 months of owning it. I don't think I've docked it since. Besides to charge it, maybe.
We dock it because I have these guys.
Oh, the Pro?
The Hori, and for those watching on YouTube, like these, like the Hori wireless, and they run off batteries.
Oh, actual like AA's or something?
AA's, two AA's. And I love them, but it's a nice cheaper option over the
like
Pro.
$70, yeah.
I've seen the Pro on sale more lately, and I'm thinking of picking one up at some point. I do like these, but I'm one of these people that presses too hard on their control. So this one, I think I busted the right trigger.
Oh.
And I have another Mario one, and I busted that right trigger. Huh. So I don't know if it's the design. I don't know if I'm just a jerk and I just squeezed the you know what out of it. But
we actually got a
they're nice though, nice design.
During our for the Twitter account, I had found someone that was trying to promo their new controller. It's like
she told me this.
Looking controller.
I'm excited to check that out.
Yeah, I just had gotten it the other week and been a little too busy to pop it on just because it's just to carry this thing around. I feel like I really need to dock the system to play with it. You probably don't need to, but I feel like that's the better way. So it's actually charging at home. I'm gonna be testing it out. I'm gonna give it to Adam to test out. And then we'll probably talk about it on the future podcast.
Yeah, possibly. We'll do a little review ski video on
absolutely.
it. Throw it on VGBoys.com.
Yeah.
I mean,
but
check
it's
out.
a gorgeous looking controller. It looks just like an old school SNES controller, which is nice. And it's got, instead of AA's, it's like its own chargeable battery.
Oh, nice.
Which is nice, yeah.
So you plug it into USB or micro?
USB.
What do they call it? C USB?
The
thing you plug into here to charge it.
I think it's actually
it's called
like
a C USB.
Yeah, the USB-C. But I think this might actually be the PS4 looking one. I gotta double check. I have them all on the computer. I just popped in whichever one was whichever one fits in the slot. You know,
whatever fits in a slot.
Yeah, but I usually play it on the train. Is the way I usually play my Switch is going to work, going home, and then sometimes at bed or on the couch.
Yeah, I didn't even think of that. That's probably perfect for you for commuting. You just rock that out for whatever 45 minutes.
Yep, and I actually had bought it's like a small Bluetooth, because that's the one thing that I will complain about this system is it doesn't have a Bluetooth capability off the bat. Because any other system, I think even
Bluetooth in terms of
for like headphones. Like I usually use wireless headphones, but on the Switch you have to plug in, and it's like an awkward. It makes sense, I guess, the way they plug it in, but it just bothers me.
I see a lot of people using like earbuds.
Right, but you can't
like their iPhone earbuds.
But you can't do that natively. Like I bought a thing which sticks in the bottom. It's
like a little Bluetooth adapter.
Bluetooth dongle. Yeah, exactly.
That is weird that you can't. I mean, I don't have Bluetooth headphones. It was
probably to reduce the cost.
I'm sure.
Yeah.
But maybe it just was like not thought about.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure it was thought about. They probably just to add a Bluetooth option probably just didn't
think
make
they do a
sense.
software update? I don't think that's possible, right?
No, it's its own.
That's got to be an
thing.
innate feature, I would think. Right?
So, but anyway, I just bought this thing and it works perfectly fine. And it doesn't need to be just plugged right into the system, and it just uses your the headset batteries however you use them. So, perfect for the train.
Cool. So I got a question for you. Mm-hmm. What's the most recent Switch game you got?
The most recent, the most recent would be the Trials of Mana, or the Collection of Mana, I should say.
Okay. Secret of Mana Collection.
On the store, the one I've been playing lately is the Grandia double pack that came out, Grandia 1 and Grandia 2.
Cool.
Which was, I think, PlayStation.
It's like $40, right?
Yes.
Nice price point.
Yeah, not bad. And I love both those games. Like the Grandia 1 I played a little bit. Grandia 2 I've beaten on a couple systems. It was Dreamcast, PlayStation 2, and now the Switch again.
Right.
So I started beating that one. I just beat that, and I started up Grandia 1. And then I wanted to move on to the collection.
What did they do with that? Oh, I'm thinking of Star Ocean.
Oh, yeah, they have I think a new one coming out.
Yeah, they called it something new, but it's a remake of
I think.
The first game.
Yeah, for the SNES,
yes.
Which we never got. They had a patch online that you could play. I remember, it was okay, but I feel like by the time I played it, I wasn't really into it. This looks pretty good, though. I'll probably be picking that one up, the new Star Ocean. Because I loved Second Story, the one for the PlayStation.
Well, that was the big one for most people who
and
follow that franchise.
Well, the newer ones, I feel like people started loving. I just stopped. I don't know. I feel like maybe it was the battle system. I didn't like that whole, you're like in the ring. It got too wacky for me. But I know like some of the other games, people really liked them, but they weren't my cup of tea. But this looks like kind of a throwback to the old school look, Yeah,
so I'm trying to think of what the hell I got recently. I know what I do want.
Right.
It's 10. These games drop today, as a matter of fact.
What's that?
I didn't pre-order any of them. I'll bust out my list just so I don't miss any, but here's the 3 major titles that I want that are releasing basically within the next 2 weeks, right?
Okay.
So, Everspace Stellar Edition is coming to the Switch. I don't know if anyone's ever heard of Everspace coming out for the Switch, but it's basically a space simulation game where you're doing things in a spaceship and you're in like a galaxy and so it's a mix between No Man's Sky in the sense that you're collecting resources. Well, nonsense, whatever. Resources, quote unquote. Resources. Okay. So it's a mixture of that and sort of like a Star Wars in outer space vibe, where you're just controlling ships and you have to defeat enemy ships. Either way, I'm a sucker for all space stuff in general. So that was right up my alley. So that's one. The other 2 are actually similar to each other, which are the Baldur's Gate Enhanced Edition.
Which I played that on, I think, the original Xbox, number 2. I don't think I ever played the original. Or maybe it was the original I played. I feel like it was 2, though.
It has the original game,
they were
and
great.
It has Baldur's Gate 2 on there.
Okay.
As a pairing. Okay? And the same day, which is today, drops the Planescape Torment and Icewind Dale.
Oh, nice.
So obviously that was done deliberately because they're sort of somewhat similar games, similar vibe to them.
Planescape, it's funny. I actually bought that on my iPhone. I've never played it.
You know what?
It was on sale for like $2 or something.
I bought Icewind Dale for Steam because I got a good deal on it. And I put maybe 2 hours into it, and I got my ass handed to me very quickly. So I gotta like learn how to replay these games.
I heard the story of that was really good though, because it's all in the Forgotten Realms theory,
yes.
like all like the Drizzt novels and all that stuff. So I wonder if he's even in there in that game. I know he was in maybe the. Well,
I never played Icewind Dale. I know it was huge in the '90s. I think '90s, right?
Right. Yeah, it was early '90s. Yeah.
And I always wanted to get into it, and I never got the chance. So for me, now that I'm like, real deep into this Switch situation, is I want to play that handheld. I want to lay down in bed and play an hour of that at night and go to sleep. And I don't know. It just seems like the perfect thing to just veg out to.
And they have Neverwinter Nights, I think, collection also coming out on the Switch. Which
I heard about it. I wasn't certain if that was like a real thing or not.
Yeah, pretty sure it's probably not.
Because on social media stuff, I see so many people making like, how people make like their own cover art.
Oh. Okay.
Or their own version of like a Switch Lite, and it's like a custom thing.
Right.
But it's not real. It's not really releasing. It's just someone's great idea.
Right. Or like fake promos kind of thing.
Fake news, bro. Like I have no idea what the hell.
That one, Neverwinter Nights, though, I'm pretty positive. I think it's on your list of upcoming titles, but
yeah, man, I gotta see.
It's like in the same category as.
I'll have to take your word for it. Anything else you're excited about for upcoming Switch besides like the obvious, like Pokemon Sword and Shield?
Yeah, I mean, I've been looking forward to it. That wasn't like a Go, evolution. What was it, the Pokemon Eevee and?
That's why I wanted it, because it's a traditional Pokemon game for Switch.
Right.
Yeah,
because I bought the what the hell was the last?
Which is what I've been waiting for a long time. I didn't play as
true.
much Go. I traded in Go in a combination of other PS4 games that I traded in to get this Switch Lite. I ended up not paying for Switch Lite. I just got it for free.
Oh, nice.
And I traded in when they were doing a promo, GameStop, where you would get, I think it was $5 extra per trade-in on certain games. So I did that. So I ended up getting a Switch Lite for free, which sold. You know what I mean? I've been so into this system lately that I'm like, why the hell not? Yeah. I think I sold Madden. I always buy Madden for like a month. I play it, enjoy it, and then sell it while it's still worth $30, and put it towards something that'll have more longevity. So,
yeah, that used to be the title you'd play like always, like on and off, but like mostly on. Like,
did you get Link's Awakening?
No, I did not. I want to, but
I didn't either.
Yeah, because I have the original still for my Game Boy. So it's funny. Actually, I saw someone on I think it was Twitter, like pulled out like their. Because what is it, like 20 years ago it came out, I think? Something
like that. So it's been a while.
Pulled out like their
that was a Game Boy release.
As a child, they hand drew the map of Link's Awakening with like all the secrets and stuff. And I guess they never
Does that translate to the new one?
Yeah, it's all the same.
No way.
Yeah, so he pulled it out. And like they have a picture of it on Twitter, and I was like, "This is amazing."
That is amazing.
You would never think that all this work, because it was like a nice hand drawn with like color, like must have been like markers or crayons. This guy did it with, and it was like a big map of all the different squares.
This is the curse.
20 years later, it's insane.
This is the curse of being an adult, right? You grow up, you get a job, you make money to buy all the games you want, and you don't have any time to play the games because you have a job. That's the curse.
And life afterwards,
right? So the real blessing is having parents who just do nothing but buy you games.
That's
because
true.
You're the perfect child.
Yeah, if you're in that realm, that's great. Milk it for all it's worth.
I don't know, man. Sometimes I go into some of these game stores, and you see the parent there with their kids, and you have the parent that's like, "No, you're not getting anything.
No,
we're leaving. I told you, just looking. Put it on the Christmas list." And I've been guilty of using that line too. We'll get it for your birthday. Put it on the Christmas list or the Hanukkah list.
You can't give them everything, but some parents do.
But you see some parents there, man, that are like, "What do you want, son or daughter or whomever? What would you like?" "Oh, Dad, I want a Nintendo Switch with an extra controller and 5 games." "Okay, no problem. Yeah. I'm like, what? I mean, I had it pretty good as a kid, and I got most of the games that I wanted. But this is like a new level. I'm like, oh my God, spoiling these children.
Yeah, it's pretty bad. That's a lot.
Spoiling.
Oh well.
Dude, I saw a parent drop like $600 in one sitting.
Yeah.
I hope it was the kid's birthday.
I would hope so.
Hope he just graduated from preschool or something.
Or he just cured some disease.
Doogie Howser. As a child. That's beyond Doogie Howser. Doogie Howser was what, like 12?
Yeah.
Or 14, or some young thing, but like not that young. Oh my god. Unreal.
But I mean, Link's Awakening definitely seemed like I honestly I couldn't get over the I didn't like how they designed Link. They made him look like
I like the way he looks.
Dude, he looks
I know you don't like it. You told me, but I like the way he looks.
From Rudolph Red-Nosed Reindeer.
Oh, like the
elf that wants to be the dentist?
Dude, yeah.
Dude, he looks just like him.
The dentist. Oh my god. So bad.
But I mean, that's I guess a mild thing because you don't ever see his face too often. I suppose.
That's a good comparison. But for some reason, the look of this Link does not bother me.
I like the rest of the world. Again, I just didn't like the way they made his face.
No, I know.
Because it was almost like that claymation-esque look.
Which you like, which is weird.
I do. I really like it. I'm just saying I don't like his face. That's what I'm getting at.
I don't like your face.
Because, like, I don't know. Anyway, I enjoyed, and I actually remember a lot of that game. So, like, when people were telling me they were going to get it, and it's like, oh, yeah, make sure you use the feather and the boots, and you could do, like, your parkouring over the pits and stuff. You, like, run and jump. It's crazy. They gave you like a jump in a Zelda game. Like they never had that. You know what? You could kind of push yourself over a ledge.
I will eventually get this game, and I've seen a million YouTube videos of people complaining and explaining
about what?
About the frame drop issues in that game.
Yeah, but like going like the next.
So from all the crap that I watch here, pro tip, ready? I know a lot of people buy the micro SD cards and they install most of their games on that, for obvious reasons. But Link's Awakening is one of those games that runs slightly better when it's installed on the internal hard drive.
Oh, not the cartridge?
Correct. Like for some reason, the frame rate is more consistent.
I would think
slightly.
I would think most games, if they're like hardwired in like that, if you're not pulling from a cartridge, it would probably run a little better, but I like having a cartridge. That's just always been my MO with that. If I have the option, I'll go with it.
Speaking of cartridge, check this out, dude. When I got my Switch Lite, I started installing, my favorite games that let me preface with this. I bought the Switch Lite because I got it for free with trade-in stuff, which technically not free, whatever. That was the first reason. Second reason is because everyone else is hogging the Switch in my house.
Right.
So sometimes I want to play games that are not necessarily for my kids.
True.
So I bought my own Switch Lite. Long story short. So my point is that I started installing all these games on my Switch Lite, and I pull out Octopath Traveler. Doesn't install. So I saw online something about some games not being compatible completely with the Switch Lite because they use Joy-Con features, and it's like a requirement for some games, like ARMS or whatever. But I barely use that anyway, so I was like, that makes no sense. So I did some troubleshooting and whatnot. I think my cartridge is broken.
No way.
Yeah, I think it's just either faulty or I don't know. I don't know what happened.
Do you need is it like you
sometimes you put in the cartridge and it says either please insert the cartridge or it has like some sort of error where you have to pull it out, put it back in, and it works.
Right.
I've tried a million things. It does not work.
So you just never read the game ever.
Correct. It won't read the game.
Wow, that's so weird. Huh.
So sad face, man.
And your save file
feels
on
bad,
the cartridge for that too. So yeah, that's
I'm gonna have to get a new one. But it's sort of making me nervous. I'm like, do I have to keep my other cartridges in like perfect condition?
Yeah, that's weird though.
To have them not bust on me. I mean, hopefully it's just flash in the pan situation where not all these games.
I mean, it sounds like it's just because your regular Switch reads.
But that's part of the reason you get physical media, right? Is because you want it to last as long as possible.
But your regular Switch, you could pop it in that and it reads it, correct?
I don't know if it still does. It used to.
Okay.
I have to try it.
Because then, if that would be the true test, if it doesn't read it on the original, I would think it's just the Switch Lite problem. But
yeah, my son was on the regular Switch when I was trying to do this.
Okay.
So I have to, I guess, retest it. But everything I did, man, will not install. Sad face.
Yeah, that stinks.
Sad face emoji. Whatever, it happens. But
you have other things you can occupy your time.
Of course. Oh, dude,
the backlog is endless.
The backlog is for reals.
Actually,
Man.
they got 2 games definitely that I'm looking forward to. They have Romancing Saga 3. I believe that was the one.
I'm not familiar.
It was an old.
Oh, is that like the one where it's like a Japanese dynasty or something, and you pull an army through?
I don't know if it's. I honestly don't know much of the story at all. Like I know it's like they've had.
Listen, I know nothing about it. You explain it. Go ahead.
Romancing sagas, but it looked like an old school like Final Fantasy VI or Octopath Traveler, where you have your party fighting like on the one side of the screen and the monsters.
So it's an RPG
that look bigger. I believe it was SNES maybe, or possibly PlayStation. I can't quite remember.
The title sounds familiar, but I can't place the gameplay at all in my mind.
I don't think we got it. Maybe I don't really remember too well because I
You
wasn't
mean
into some
North
of those,
America.
Yeah, the JRPGs. Like I liked a lot of them, but I don't remember this one particularly. I remember seeing the title, but it could have just been like a, like on some game of best RPGs to play, and it's there, but you needed a patch or we didn't get it or whatever.
Yeah.
Or maybe we did, and I just completely forgot about it. But it's being, I guess, remastered. Or at the very least, released on the Switch.
Romancing Saga.
Yeah, and it looked really good. Like the art style looks gorgeous. So that's something to look forward to. And I had read a graphic novel a while back. I think it was originally in France, maybe, or French, I should say, and it got translated. And it's kind of like a weird. I don't
know why I just did that. Is that what French people do?
That's it.
Oui, oui. But are we not your friends?
Pierre Escargot would do.
You know who does the best French impersonation of a Mountie? Will Sasso in Super Troopers 2.
Oh, I've not seen that movie yet.
Dude, it's hilarious. To me, Will Sasso makes that movie because I'm not going to get too into it, but the first Super Troopers was hilarious to me.
It was really
I
good.
thought those group of guys were just so silly and the comedy was so stupid that it was just right up my alley. But the second one obviously doesn't match up to the first one. But dude, this character, for some reason, Will Sasso kills.
That's great.
In my opinion. Kills. But anyway, go ahead. I'm sorry.
But the game or the manga or graphic novel, I should say, was called Blacksad, which is a name of like a detective who's like he's a cat who has like, I guess, partial white face, where it's like a black cat with like, the white spots kind of thing. And it's supposed to be like, I guess, like in like the, I don't know, like a dated timepiece, but like everyone's like an animal. It's like that kind of a world. But it was like so he's like a gritty noir detective kind of thing. But like the novel was great. Like they had really cool stories and like some like reflections on like racism in America, but it'll be like the polar bears or like the white fascist.
Oh yeah.
Like crazy stuff that they're doing. They're like, oh, you have a good side to you. So I'm curious what they're gonna do with this. Is this a brand new title or if they're working the manga in? But it looks like really good graphics, and it's like I think it's gonna be like a detective game that you played where you're looking for clues. Like you played these games 100 times. They recycle them like crazy. But I liked the manga or the graphic novel. I keep saying manga, but graphic novel, and I'm curious what they do with the story because it was pretty cool. So I don't know when that's releasing, but
I never got into the whole manga. Is it books?
Yeah, they're
stories.
Yeah, they're just it's just
novels.
Basically like instead of a comic books, they just come out in books, and they're usually like
now is it stories or is there pictures as well?
It's like a comic.
I need pictures. I'm
it's basically
I'm like a second grader. I need pictures with my words.
It is a comic book, and a lot of
not always, but
a lot of the anime that you watch come from manga first,
right?
So or manga, whatever people say.
Manga.
But graphic novels are just, I guess, fancier comic books, I suppose.
Right.
Because I'm pretty sure this was not from America. It was definitely, I believe it was a French artist that did this, and it got transferred over. But very cool series. So.
Oh man.
But yeah, a lot of titles coming out for the Switch though. In general though, like The Witcher 3 definitely is one I'm looking forward to. I don't know if I really am looking forward to paying another $60 for it though, considering like we got a deal when we got the PS4 one.
Well,
so that's kind of like
don't worry, I got you. My Best Buy GCU is still in play for another couple of months.
Nice, but I don't think this is physical. Maybe it is. I didn't think it was.
Oh, is it one of those stupid boxes where it's a physical box, but they give you a little message on the front of the box that says downloadable content?
Yeah, like Fortnite.
Oh my god, what a tease that is! What the hell?
I don't need a box.
Give me a box.
I want a game.
Give me a box with a game in it, man. Unreal.
Yeah. But either way, I'm to get back to our, I guess, or your starting point of the Switch being amazing. Yeah,
dude. I couldn't believe. I'm still in awe of like
Yeah, I knew what this was getting into when they were first coming.
And once again, Nintendo pulls off a system where they're not the strongest system,
but still a big contender.
Dude.
And a lot of people now, it seems like they're all trying to partner up and stuff. And once more of this cross-platform play goes into works, like it's going to be outstanding. They're not going to be able to keep up with, I think, some of the graphical things. It'll definitely be toned down in ways, unless they can find a workaround.
Is Nintendo mixed up in the cross-platform play?
Xbox,
I know Sony's coming around.
Yeah,
I know.
They were the ones that were on the fence the longest, but Microsoft, I'm pretty sure.
Microsoft was the first ones in. I'll give them credit where it was due.
Mm-hmm. With Nintendo, of all things. But I guess they never really had a rivalry to begin with. Like, Microsoft came in kind of just like big dogging it in the first place. Like, yeah, here's our monster system. It's a box with an X on it.
It's a box.
It was a diesel machine. Remember that? The original Xbox? You could kill someone with that.
You could. It's a brick and a half, man. It's a cinder block, to say the least. That thing had weight to it.
Yeah, like carrying that around to like do like, I don't know, LAN parties or whatever. Like that, there's just no way. That thing's parties. Like, you need to like...
You need a suitcase.
With the giant controller.
I like that thing.
I did not. I was very happy with the small one.
Yeah, I don't know. I got like long fingers and big hands. I didn't mind the shape.
It's probably the gripping you do of the controller. You need a monstrous thing to.
I don't know. I think I just get excited and I squeeze the shit out of the controller. Pardon my French.
It's all right. It happens. I mean, you're clearly not alone.
But either way, I wanted to do something exciting and interesting, but not complicated at the same time. So I wanted to enter a new segment, a new place called "What You Playing Lately?"
What you playing lately?
So Sean, you go first. What you playing lately, man?
Well, I mean, I did kind of already, I guess, ruin this segment by saying before, Grandia 2, and then now Grandia. Now that I've beaten the second one, that's what I've been playing lately. As far as
so, what'd you do? You started with the second one, and
I went right to the second one.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Because it comes, it's like you load the game up and you choose the game you want to play to start, and I just went right into the second one because I really like the specials. They're very, they like, it's a lot of voice I guess voice
acting.
Yeah, acting.
Sure.
Throughout the game, so the battles are a lot of fun because like anytime you do a move, they'll like say a little something and then the name of the move, and
yeah.
I love that. That's
I know
just
how
great.
That goes. Yeah. That is pretty cool. So, explain to someone who's never played the Grandia series a little bit what it's like.
It's a walk around map with enemies on the screen, so it's not like random battles like a Final Fantasy, let's say. The battle systems I think are my favorite. You basically are on a, like, I guess it's like a normal sphere, like the one I was complaining about with the circle. Like you're in a ring, the monsters are around, and on the bottom right there's a small bar that appears, and everyone has like a little icon on it. And as you go, there's like on the very right hand side, it's kind of like the action bar phase.
Yeah.
And when you're in there, there's a way that you can cancel out a monster's action by using certain moves if they're within that bar.
Right.
So you kind of are able to control the battle where someone's going to do something that's going to be devastating, and you beat them to it. And if you've upgraded your moves enough, you can like instant basically cancel them out, and it knocks them down on the bar, so they have to like work their way back.
So is it one of these RPGs where you got to grind and level up your guys to progress?
Personally, I didn't. I fought every battle along the way. I feel like in most RPGs, if you fight all the battles and don't run, you're usually pretty well prepared.
Yeah, I never run usually.
I used to. When I was a kid, I used to run all the time.
Run!
Like Final Fantasy IV to this day, like I actually have never beaten that game. I've gotten to the end, and I've had an issue with the boss. But as a kid, I was like well under leveled. I think I wasn't even like level 40, which is like not high at all. Like most people are like, how did you get this far? I just ran. I used spells and got the hell out of there.
Yeah, for some reason, like I never read up on these games of what they're like until I start playing them, and then I just learn that they're a grinded out type of game. And sometimes it's great because I love the battle system, or sometimes it's torture because the battle system's not up my alley.
Torture. If you have to grind, like legitimately grind, it's one thing if it's like for a special weapon, and a lot of the times it's not even necessary. Like by the time you've gotten it,
or if you want to unlock something special like a shiny Pokemon or something like that.
That's different.
That makes sense to me. But like just to progress in the story when these games are already hours and hours and hours long.
Suddenly this boss
to torture a young child, you know, of single digit age to have to, you know, do repetition to that level. I don't know. Maybe it trains you for other facets of life.
Yeah.
You know?
I don't know. I just feel like it's...
Those who are persistent succeed the most, you know? In the greatest of tasks. So that's your what you've been playing lately. What's my what you've been playing?
Yeah, what you been playing?
What I've been playing? It's less exciting and different than yours is. I've been playing a little bit of the, for Switch, obviously, the Mario U game.
Man, you just playing.
No, well, I'm actually playing it.
Like the Mario, like
the one that
Mario
came
Maker?
No. The one that came out for the Wii U. It was like a Mario. It's a 2D platformer. It's Mario, but you could be like Toad, Toadette.
Yes, I know what you're talking about.
You know, Mario, Luigi, and then they have like the Luigi U game bundled into it. Okay. So I've been playing that because my wife likes that. And
is that you could play multiplayer with that one? Like the two of you are going through the level together.
You can. We don't, but you can.
Is that? I feel like that might have been the one where you can like bubble up, like you'd have the other person like. I think it was like you press a button on it and you like literally are in a bubble and following the other person, and like you have to get.
I don't know. We just take turns. Maybe you can do that.
Yeah, I gotta remember because I remember playing something like that. And
we just take turns and just mow through the levels, and it's like Super Mario World on steroids, and you can do extra things, and it has the I guess what's equivalent to the raccoon ability in 3.
Oh, okay.
Where you can fly and glide and
the Tanuki suit.
Yeah, thank you. The Tanuki suit. Yeah, so they've got that, but it's a little revamped. Okay. But I've just been digging on Mario games lately.
Well, I mean they're great, so I can't blame you for that one. Especially if you get the wife to play with you, that's always fun.
Yeah, it's a common ground game. Yeah. I mean, she's not too big into these like new releases like Astral Chain, which I've been super jealous of watching people play on Twitch. Good. It looks like so much fun, and I just can't drop the $60 on that game.
I know.
Right now. I'll get it.
It looked great. Like even like what was it for E3? Did they announce it? Was that what we first saw, or was it?
I don't remember. I just was into.
But
I think you're
awesome.
right because I think during the summer, when we did the podcast last. I think was it before your wedding we did that?
Yeah, it was in June, I think.
We talked about it then, sort of teasing it because it hadn't released yet or something, or it was soon releasing. And it released, and I've been watching people play on Twitch, and it looks like so much fun, man.
It does look good.
It looks really cool. But
actually, and since then,
when it goes on sale, I'll grab it. Maybe a Black Friday deal. We'll see.
I think I don't even think it was available in June, but they did the whole SNES got released on the Switch.
Dude, so cool.
Yeah, really cool. I beat Zelda in like a day.
Did you? Yeah. I know you were telling me.
I was just like, oh man,
I was playing it, and I was listening to the music. I was like, this is the best.
I forgot like. That you can max out your bombs and arrows in that game.
Oh, you can?
I had no idea. Like, I don't think I ever did that in the original one. I think, like, I just did one and then left it alone.
Bro, I haven't played that game in so many years.
You just keep donating rupees to, like, a certain fairy, and then she's like, would you like to upgrade, your bombs or your arrows? Right. It's like, okay, I definitely want bombs. What are you, crazy?
You crazy in the face?
You run out of those, I feel like, the most inopportune times. There'll be, like, a dungeon that requires you to do them. And now I just had, like, 40 bombs. It's just like, well, I could just... Don't worry about it. Oh, you gave me some? Thanks. I really don't need...
Oh man,
so that was fun.
That's what we've been playing lately.
Yeah, what you been playing lately?
What you been playing lately, people who are listening to this?
Yeah,
hit us up on Instagram or
Twitter
or the old Twitters and let us know what you've been playing, so we can know.
Definitely want to get back into my PS4 though. It's been a while.
So do I, man.
My main den area is now officially rebuilt and up to speed. I'm just waiting on my television, which I got a television. Installed this thing on the wall and went to turn it on, and it just was resetting itself into the power mode. And then there was a big, like, white, like, line in the upper corner.
Oh, so it was broken on.
Yeah, like the box had a little bit of damage, but I was like, it's got styrofoam, it's probably okay.
Yeah.
And this was from delivered from the truck. I was so mad. So they returned it, thankfully, and
but it sucks to mount it and then
and it's like heavy too, dude. Oh my god,
I should have checked.
Yeah. I mean, but like
that's totally something I would do.
Do you ever check like a television?
Do I don't do a lot of things that smart people do. I
feel like you just put it on the wall. It's gonna work.
I'm Mr. After the fact for sure.
So once that's back, I'll be able to put my system down there again and I want to start playing the VR stuff again. Like I really miss PlayStation VR. Like I started playing it a bit, and then all these things started happening. I had to put it away. I think it was like Christmas, and then I never pulled it out again.
I love the thought of the VR, but I don't think my stomach and my motion sickness can deal with most of it.
Unfortunately, you're probably right.
It sucks, man.
You could probably play for a little bit, but you definitely can't drink while playing this. There's no question. You need to be 100% sober.
Sober as a bird.
I tried playing it like I think when I first got it, I was playing the Skyrim, and oh my god, like I took it off and like I was legit
playing the
cross-eyed.
Skyrim.
Yeah, my wife was just like, "You're cross-eyed right now," and I'm like, "Just give me a minute."
You're cross-eyed.
I need to close my eyes and come back.
You got to do the old Jerry Lewis reset, where the eyes come back to the middle.
Yeah, oh man, it was bad.
Oh no!
So I will not drink on VR. It's a lesson for everybody.
I feel like I had been drinking just playing VR.
I mean,
oh,
yeah, I can see that too.
All right, so I guess we'll wrap it up by just talking about more Nintendo Switch, dude. What other games are either surprising to you that are coming to Switch? I think we mentioned one earlier.
Oh, you mean the Neverwinter Nights or the Planescape?
Well, you mentioned that. We talked about Planescape. I was talking about the Garfield.
Oh my god, yeah.
Garfield racing.
I can't believe that this is even a thing. I remember
Guys,
seeing it announced, and I was like, "What do you
after
mean,
you're done with this
Garfield
podcast,
racing?
Go to YouTube and type in Garfield Kart Furious Racing, and look at the goodness that is the Garfield racing.
It's surprisingly better than I expected it to be, but it's total, it looks like Crash Bandicoot Racing and Mario Kart. But
don't talk shit about Crash Bandicoot Racing. That's my jams.
It's all right. It still looks like it though. You've seen a racing game of its stature, and
it's a total ripoff,
yeah,
and I don't know why. I don't know why it's being brought to us.
Yeah, and like Garfield trying to make there wasn't a movie out recently. Like, what would have inspired this to happen?
I don't know, man. And let me ask you a half-serious question.
Okay.
Is anyone at all, including yourself, excited about this Mario Sonic Olympics game?
Oh, I don't know. I guess
are we truly excited? Is that what it's come to now?
I guess it could be something interesting. It looks like it's a Mario Party style game with like the Olympics setting. And I thought I saw something that you could like go into like 8-bit mode in certain mini games maybe. I didn't look too far into it. It looks a little silly.
I will, after I've made all these crazy looking faces on YouTube, I will withhold judgment till I see gameplay of it.
Yeah.
I didn't take the time to really seek out that, in terms of any teasers or trailers for it, because I saw the commercial and I was just like, ooh.
Yeah.
And I love Mario, I love Sonic in separate games and whatever.
This seems like a party game, and maybe it could be a good one, because all the Mario Party games are all fun. They're all wacky. So it could be, but this isn't like a party. It's more like the Olympic Games. So I don't know. It's a little strange.
So I got a question also.
Sure.
Doom Eternal, right?
Oh, yeah.
I heard that got bumped back. Did it get bumped back to November 22nd or from? I think from. I think it got a significant... I read after I've gotten this list of the games...
Yeah, because I thought it was supposed to come out relative... Because they announced it at E3, I think.
I'm almost certain that they pushed it back. I don't know how far, but I know it's definitely been pushed back, which is fine. I think all the loyal Doom fans are happy to wait for a better Doom game.
Right.
So I don't think people will be shedding too many tears about it.
It was a little surprised. I mean, I guess not really, because I think they already released the original, but they're doing the Resident Evil, I think 4, 5, and 6 triple pack. Right?
Yes.
I was surprised that was coming out on the Switch.
And they're also releasing that double pack of Resident Evil 1 and 0. Yes.
But no 2, which is
never.
also surprising.
Dude, they never re-released the original 2 ever. Mm-hmm. Why? Why?
I don't know. And I guess this
want
remake can't be done on, or maybe they're working on it. I don't know.
It could be done. Just upgrade the graphics, man. Remaster it.
I guess they.
I don't want to redo. The redo was amazing. Don't get me wrong.
Oh yeah.
Love the Resident Evil 2 remake. Mm-hmm. But just give me a remaster of the original one. Mm-hmm. It's so good, man.
I feel like
it's so good.
I would like some remasters of like the. Actually, I heard. I don't know if this is. I don't know where I heard this, but like I was hearing something possibly about like a Parasite Eve remake, which would be great.
I think I've seen people on the internet talk about it.
Yeah, I've heard.
Is it really happening?
Could be rumor mill things, but that would be cool. I also heard Dino Crisis was another one that I heard thrown out there, which I don't know how true that is.
That'd be amazing, bro.
I heard that was more solid than the Parasite Eve rumor.
Oh, really? That's cool.
So we'll see.
If they give Dino Crisis the Resident Evil 2 remake treatment, sold.
Yeah, because Capcom's got it.
Day one, sold.
But the Parasite Eve was the Square Enix, and being they just like redid, 7's coming out. Final Fantasy 8 just released like a month ago, maybe for the Switch, which everyone was loving.
I'm glad you brought that up because speaking of Switch, PlayAsia I think has a pre-order up of Final Fantasy 7 and 8 as a physical dual pack.
Oh, the original Switch,
the original
or the original PlayStation.
The original,
Switch?
yes, correct.
Remastered, I guess, is the better one.
I don't even know if they're remastered.
They're remastered, yeah.
Are they remastered?
Yeah, they definitely are.
Oh, I know 8 is. Is 7?
I'm pretty sure it is.
Okay.
It looks a little.
Or is it
crisper,
just like the Steam port, like the PC port?
Could have been. I mean, which I guess is still crisper than the original.
Oh, hell yeah, absolutely. Yeah. But either way, super exciting about that. Super exciting. And
yeah, as a physical for those, yeah, absolutely. That's pretty cool. I already bought 7. I didn't really want to play 8.
I don't understand why they won't release that here. Like why?
Yeah,
why does North America get the old shafty? Huh?
Yeah, I mean they've done that a few. I think like I Am Setsuna was like an old, one of the original RPGs on the Switch that had released, and PlayAsia was the only place you can get a physical, and it was only available.
Can you get the digital? I guess you can.
Get a digital.
It's in the Nintendo store, right?
Yeah, it's only digital, but that was it was like a weird. You could play it in English, like it had full translation.
Yeah.
For Kart, very strange. But I'm looking for. I bring up the Resident Evil one though because I know a lot of people talk a lot of smack about 5. We played 5 for a bit, and I really liked the co-opiness.
Well, 5 is a very divisive game in the sense that either people loved it or they hated it.
Well, I feel like I could understand the whole that it's not a Resident Evil game because it's like less zombies. But it
was a follow-up to 4 also that people loved so much,
right?
That they expected.
Which 4 was also a bit different. It wasn't really zombies either. It was like South American, like weird people, like cultists coming at you. Besides, like the few monster scenes that occurred, it was really. Well,
they weren't regular people though.
But they kind of were. It was like
more regular than what we would see
but
typically in a Resident Evil game.
5
yeah,
was the same thing. They were like people that like had like a sickness to them, like less zombie, more like. I don't know, monsters maybe, I guess is better. But that was the same thing with 4. They weren't really zombie people. They were like silent, or I don't know if they were silent, they were speaking their weird language.
Yeah.
I guess it's supposed to be you're the American coming in, so you wouldn't hear any of these stuff. But 5, it just had cool stuff. They had like cool weapons. I liked the little hidden like gems you'd find in the levels to like buy the cooler guns and stuff like that.
Yeah.
They had cool like teamwork battles, like when you're fighting Jill later on.
Right.
Spoilers, I guess, if anyone hasn't played these
Listen,
games.
too bad. If you haven't played 5 by now,
like you have like your partner hold Jill, and then the other ones literally try to shoot her in the chest at a very specific point without killing her. Like crazy stuff. That was like, and then the Wesker fight, he's doing his whole like Matrix.
It was an awesome multiplayer.
6 was the one I heard a lot of nonsense about. I heard a lot of people hated that one. I did not play it. But I will play it if it comes in a triple pack.
I played the intro and an hour maybe after that. And I didn't have a problem with it, but I didn't complete it, so I can't really comment on how great or bad it was.
But hopefully
I didn't have a problem with the whole beginning part of it.
Hopefully you could do the multiplayer, though, with the Switch is really what I'm trying to say. Like, this is a good opportunity to be able to do it. I don't know if you'd have to be in the same room or if you'd have to be online. Because, I think we did it on Xbox 360. I think we played 5.
We did, and it was online, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was online, yeah.
There was no split screen for that, was there?
I don't remember if there was a split
It's
screen.
been a long time. Yeah. I don't remember either.
But I would hope you could do the same for this triple pack that comes, is all. But I guess time will tell.
Time will tell.
Yeah.
And I will tell you the time now. It is time to wrap this up.
Oh, man. A lot of Switch
talk
talk
glad
tonight.
to be back, man.
Yeah.
This is fun.
Absolutely.
We're going to do more of these. We're going to stream on Twitch.
Yeah.
We're going to do crazy freaking reviews on the website of games that we like or
Let's
dislike.
Plays too. Yeah, we got to get back into that with the our YouTube channel. We have a few games, like we started playing Megaman Legends and like completely stopped touching that.
I could just keep going. That Zero game that came out for Switch also.
Oh, yeah, the World War
I didn't know those existed, dude. Not World War Z, the Zero from Mega Man.
Oh, yes.
I don't know the exact titles right now,
I
but
think it's just Mega Man Zero, right?
well, it's not. It's like 2 games in one. Okay. It's like a collection, like the other is.
Okay.
I didn't know these things. Did the North?
I think they were handhelds.
America not get those.
No, I think they were handheld games. I think it was like the.
Oh, is that what it was?
Like the Game Boy Advance or the.
I don't know.
DS.
I was watching people play on Switch, and I was like, "This is amazing, dude. This is just like an. If you like Mega Man, amazing."
Yep, I've heard a lot of people talk about that. So. But I'd like to continue some of our Let's Plays that we had started, and hopefully some more.
YouTube.
Yeah, like we had the Secret Mana remake. We have to jump back onto that. Right.
That was fun.
Yeah, it was. That's what I'm saying. We have some plans now that we have like a little bit more of a more foreseeable schedule to do things in the evening. We'll
difference,
try to make
man.
it happen.
Make it happen, but mostly don't be jealous.
Are you just jealous? 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 Cause we're the BG boys. Yeah. Are you just jealous? 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 Cause we're the VG boys.